it up, come on. Rick and Ron are rolling. New road, new sky, got the map wide open. Spring break in your step, summer in your pocket. One small leap and you just can't stop it.
From the first gate out to the last wave home, you can chase that dream, you can make it your own.
Travel Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Free your heart, let it run. One more mile, one more sun. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Rick and Ron lead the way. Dream it big, live it today. Tiny cafe, big stories, hidden beach, fresh morning. Every stop a new spark, every face a new warning. Tips for the road ahead, deals that get you moving. Proof for wild, wide life starts with choosing.
From the first gate out to the last wave home, you can chase that dream, you can make it
Travel
your own.
Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Free your heart, let it run. One more mile, one more sun. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Rick and Ron lead the way. Dream it big, live it today.
If your world feels small, step beyond the line,
Trade the same old view
for a place that shines.
Pack your hope, pack your pride. Take the road outside. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Free your heart, let it run. One more mile, one more sun. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Travel Tuesday, take me there. Rick and Ron lead the way. Dream it big, live it today. Hey. Yay, yay, take free, come on. Pack it up, come on. Rick and Ron are rolling. New road, new sky, got the map wide open. Spring break in your step, summer in your pocket. One small leap and you. Yay, take free, come on. Yay, take free, come on. Pack it up, come on. Rick and Ron are rolling. New road, new sky, got the map wide open. Spring break in your step, summer in your pocket. One small leap and you just can't stop it.
From the first gate out to the last wave home, you can chase that dream, you can make it your own.
Pack light, take the road. Rick and Ron on the go. Map folded in your hand, let the next big dream land. New towns, fresh air, one good plan, one wild dare. You say go, we roll, chasing more than a goal. Tell me where you wanna be, sunrise, salt to mountain peaks. One step out and you'll see, life gets bigger when you believe. Travel Tuesday, here we go, take that trip, take it slow. On Travel Tuesday, set it free, where you dream is where you'll be. Travel Tuesday, raise your flag, new horizons in your bag. Travel Tuesday, say
Hello, hello, hello.
Come on.
Hello,
There we go. Now you can hear me.
hello. He like coming and he want to go home. How are you?
I am doing. Me and Ron were talking a little bit earlier
Uh-huh.
about fear and how we let fear stop us from making movements and doing things. And it's a lot like getting married and trying to plan that perfect proposal and it failing and worrying about finding the perfect spouse. and you miss the right moments because you're worried about everything being perfect instead of just taking the leap of faith and going with it.
You're right.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
It's going phenomenal, thank you.
Awesomeness, awesomeness. It's a beautiful day.
It is.
We are looking forward. I did. I called. I left a message because Jim wasn't. I got his voicemail, but I did invite him to join the show today, and I know Mary sent him a Podbeam invitation. So if he comes on, then I'll see it. We'll see his name and be able to click him on. Um,
Yeah,
any-
yeah. He said he was going to come on.
oh, good. Okay, we'll see if he has any challenges. He can call you, Mary, or me, or you, and we'll watch for that. Also, I can give you something for future notification. You can write these letters down: W, J,
Hold
H,
on one second.
Okay, so you got whiskey.
Whiskey, Jubilee, H, 3, M9. That happens to be a booking number on Carnival Mardi Gras for May 15th, 2027
May 15th
through the 21st.
through the 21st. Okay, so we come back in time for Memorial Day.
Oh, yeah.
Coolness.
Yeah. Now, Linda's going to be sending out a flyer with details and more information. But I thought I might mention, since you're on the call already today and Mary's here, that we're looking to see if this might, because going on a cruise is something that she wants to do. Number two, give her an opportunity. We can put her to work again, utilizing something with neurodiversity. And I've already contacted the business development manager, Tom, for Trap Manatee and Carnival. And so we've kind of started to lay some groundwork to looking forward to how we can take advantage of the program. The
Okay.
cruise is already going to accommodate Mary with Mary and family because their room would be in the bottom of the ship, so they won't be walking over anybody's cabin or jumping up and down and keeping people awake like one Rick Reese.
Now, I wonder if the cruise ships are like the hotels though. I've never heard anything above me in a cruise ship,
Well, we were on
except
the first.
even with the Lido deck right above me.
Well, we were on the front of the ship, at the first cabin on the ship on the Conquest on the first cruise that Lynn and I went alone years ago,
It's
and
on the back of the ship that we were right over the disco.
disco, right. Well, on the front of the ship, we had on our right and our left of our room were the balcony, extended balcony suites. So they had like, I think, 20 people in each of those rooms, and they were noisy. But then Linda was saying one time we decided to go on a cruise, and we got extended cabin on the rear of the ship, which we paid extra for, and quite frankly, never do it again. And we were right above the discotheque. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, boomity, boomity, boomity. I mean, it was banging. So now we always request when I'm booking any cruises, I book in the middle of the ship.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I need to clarify something a little bit here. Personally, I don't want to go on cruises. If I wanted to play on the boats and water, I'd join the Navy. I'm only going because everybody else in the family wants to go.
There you go.
I live in Minnesota. I live on water.
Well, you're going to live on water on the ship. It's a big ship. You won't even know.
Well, let me
no.
ask. Let me ask. Mary, have you ever been on a cruise?
Me? No. Have I had a will to want to? No. My
Okay.
idea of being trapped on a floating vessel for so long without being able to go anywhere, It's a little claustrophobic.
Well,
Okay.
there'll be some excursions that you could take advantage of. Like you might be want to take the kids one day, then when we're in one port, you might want to go visit the dolphins, swim with the dolphins. You could.
Like
That is an excursion.
you won't even know unless you psych yourself up.
Or
That
not.
there's no
You
land
won't,
for miles?
you won't even know that you're on a cruise. You won't even know that you're on water unless you psych yourself up. Like, like you
Hey,
can psych yourself up and freak out. If you don't psych yourself up and freak out, you won't even know you're on water.
She
you
has
know,
to be a good example for her children and her husband.
Mom is
A
going
strong,
along
a,
with
a
it because
strong
Mom got
example,
upvoted.
being a
Mom,
strong example, listening to your kids.
Mom is soldiering up.
Your kid's gonna be like, "Mom, soldier up."
They already did. I
Now,
got outvoted. I made the
what's true,
mistake of when Ron calls, I put him on speaker. They heard it all. So Mom didn't even get a vote.
by the way,
That's
this
too
this
funny.
cruise ship has got a roller coaster. It's got the tubes, the slide tubes. It's got all kinds of them. It's an amusement park on water.
All the
And
things I don't do.
we're gonna go to
All the things you don't do.
the Carnival Island, which is again great another adventure. That's a port we're gonna be going to. What's it called? Celebration Keys. That's one of our ports that we'll be spending a day at.
Hey, my kids are happy. That's all that matters.
There'll
Yeah,
be lots of water for them to play in and splash. And
yeah.
So
You want
Ron's gonna be on water duty then, right? With Andy?
so Mary, you want to be strong for your kids. You want to be strong
Mom does not do water.
at
I'm not
all.
even-
I don't go swimming. I sit and watch.
Oh, okay. That's not bad. Do you wade?
No. Mom almost drowned when she was a kid numerous times.
I understand.
Mom gets into the pool twice a year. That's only because our house is too hot. I'm overheated and I'm on the verge of heat exhaustion.
Well,
Mhm.
Mary, I don't know how to swim either, but I'll get in the pool. Up, I do not. My face does not get wet, but I do not go. When I was baptized, I went under the water, and that was the last time. So, um, but yeah,
See, and my kids are the daredevils. They practice how long they can hold their breath underwater.
oh,
Ariana's gotten to 30 seconds.
Wow, this is gonna be great.
Mom swims well enough to pass the entrance in the boot camp in Army.
well, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me on that.
Only because if you don't pass, you don't graduate boot camp.
Yeah. No, it will be. The pools are just lovely, and the hot tub, you don't get under the water, and on the excursions, I haven't taken the excursion that I had to get in the water because there's a lot to do other than getting in the water. There's so much to do, which is makes what I love about. And this one has like 6 different theme areas. This ship is so huge. You'll feel like you're in the city. You don't even feel like you're on a ship. We're so used to the Vista class. This is the Excel class. It's I'm getting all the information about it
Getting
now.
the premium entertainment.
Yeah, and the different dining. So there's. And
By the
I'm
way,
putting
when you
together
do
stuff.
register, they're going to ask you which eating time. Just tell them early.
Because then you can go to the show.
Then you can go and make the evening shows. So that's
Oh.
why we always recommend that.
Okay, definitely. So Mary, it's going to be fun.
It'll be fun. Oh, yeah, it'll be fun.
Think of it this way, Mary. You're setting it up so that you're going to help so many families that are going to break a cycle of not traveling, not going on a cruise, not going on a ship, really leaving town, getting away. So, hey,
Hey, the good news is if my son escapes a room, he ain't going anywhere.
There you go.
I'm reliving Buffalo.
No, he'll be under the covers.
Yes. And I just got to make sure that certain foods are packed to bring with just in case, so we have emergency backup food for him to eat.
Jack's
Yeah.
Pizza.
Jack's Pizza and Dino Nuggets.
Hey, do you have to heat those up?
Microwave them.
Yeah, you can microwave right in your room.
Do we have microwaves?
Yes.
Microwave in your room, Ron? Ron,
What?
there's no microwave in your room. Oh, there's not.
Yes.
Well, if they're going to be truly neurodiverse, this is one way to tell. If they have accommodations for food issues, especially with kids with neurodiversity, especially kids who don't sleep and eat at odd hours and eat different things, they got to be able to accommodate these things. So this is going to be the real test to see
And
how,
they can. And they can.
and
You
that's
know,
going to be the test.
yeah, and they can. One thing that is so cool, and I know Ron and Linda know as well, how accommodating they are to us as the customers. And how they just bend over backwards to make sure that we're fine, and that whatever we need is provided. They are just so open like that.
And that's why we use Carnival, because they are that way.
Right.
Um, you know, the last cruise we were on, they the day that we had the special salute to veterans when Len King was brought up on stage and was recognized. Um, they also had that day was Danny Thomas. He has hospitals. Then one of the um,
You mean Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas?
no, Danny Thomas, entertainer.
Okay.
What's his daughter does?
Marlo, Thomas's dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
had a fundraising program that day on the board of the ship, and I know we've got autographed T-shirts, and they had a program that was for everybody.
Oh, the TV show.
For yeah, St. Jude's hospitals.
David absolutely loves him.
Well, just
The Danny Thomas show.
What?
What part of I miss color TV in my house? Our sitcoms are black and white.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. Now, yeah, his daughter Marlo Thomas has taken over, but
That
it's St. Jude. St. Jude's Hospital.
We're now watching Ozzie and Harriet
Oh my God.
by his choice,
One
not mine.
man seen a lot of world all over the world. I don't remember.
Howdy doody.
That's in
wow.
color.
Buffalo Bob.
Captain Kangaroo.
Color.
And Mr. Green Jeans. I remember Captain Kangaroo.
Felix the cat. The wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful cat.
That was still on when I was a kid.
That's too funny.
I saw those things in
How
reruns.
about Benny and Cecil?
Yeah.
Yes, the little dippy hat.
Oh my gosh.
And
We
there
got
was a lot of I was watching a thing on YouTube on Beanie and Cecil. There was a lot of double entendre things that we didn't pick up as kids, but
You
That
pick
is
them up
too
now as
funny.
adults.
Oh my gosh. Popeye the Sailor Man.
Hey, because of Popeye, my son learned what the word jackass meant.
I love Popeye. I love Popeye.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's memories. Man, your kids are locked back in time there, Mary. They know more than we do.
Yes. The only funny part about it is so they're very traditional in a sense, except for one manner only. Mom's military, so mom knows how to defend and kill people.
There you go.
So mom has to protect the household.
There you go. By the way, they have special programs for children on the spectrum. They have special programs so it allows mom and dad to be free with off of the kids, and they're off on their own special doing things. So that's good. That's on the screws.
Oh, nice. We'll see if they'll allow them. By that, I mean my kids will be willing to go.
Yep. And of course, the kids will be getting a special kit when they come on board the cruise. They get their own special duffel bag with I don't know. I think they have some sound headphones
Mm-hmm.
for the kids and some special
Probably squeezy toys.
yeah, things to help them. Yes.
But they're most looking forward to Uncle Ron. So be prepared. It's going to be up your butt. Hi,
Well,
Jim. Welcome to the show.
well,
Thanks. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hi, Jim. We
Okay.
can hear you clearly. Welcome aboard.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
We were talking about the cruise coming up in May of next year, and I was joking about how if I wanted to go on a big boat with water, I'd join the Navy.
Well, you just joined the new Navy. This is the Hope Navy.
Well, you're already in the military, the Navy of the high.
I love that. I love that call sign that you got there, Jim. I know Mary does too. Air Force.
You betcha.
I think he misspelt that. He forgot a CH.
I tell you, the services. I tell you, we work together as one. We
That's
do.
like my buddy called me from he's in the Air Force, and my kids answered the phone and they go, "Is Bullet Catcher there?" My kids were confused
Oh
because that's
my
what the Air Force calls the Army.
God.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah, yeah.
catching bullets and we're trying to pull them out.
Oh boy. Hey, so you was talking about when we started the call, fear and ways to overcome fear that tends to paralyze action. So how do you do that, Mary? How do you overcome fear as it would attempt to paralyze action?
The big way I do it, because I know me and Ron talked earlier about how he said I was fearless, and I go, really? I'm really scared shitless most of the time. Honestly speaking, because, doing what I do and living the world, it's like I'm doing some unprecedented. There's nothing there to pave the way for me. And so I always look at the mission. What is my end result? And I go into the military soldier mindset, mission first. So it's, does this program, does this thing align with my mission?
Well, Mary, we
Then
got
I
you
just
to
do it.
Buffalo, New York. And in 2 weeks' time, we got you where it wasn't even on the calendar. And suddenly you're in Buffalo, New York with your kids, staying in a hotel, going to a Navy memorial museum, sleeping on a ship, taking your kids out to a pizzeria with about 20 other people on a crazy afternoon,
Hey,
going to Niagara Falls. I mean, we get you out of your comfort zone real quick.
oh, I was geeked out. I was in my comfort zone because Andy looks at me, he goes, "What?" And I go, "Oh, I gotta talk to this person." Because I love talking to veterans, especially ones from different time periods, to hear about their stories. So I was just thrilled running around the naval park talking to all these old people and, hearing their stories about the Sullivan ship and knowing the Sullivan brothers and the stories that I grew up hearing. I got to meet the man behind the scenes. Well, my kids think I'm nuts anyway.
Well, Mary, I'm not sure if you heard this story, but we were on a cruise one time and we actually were doing a special honor for a special guest. We had a little reception, and the captain of the ship came down in his white uniform and a hat. Looked spotless, and of course he's a sea captain. And he met with Captain Len Kane, the original Top Gun, and they got talking. Next thing you know, Rick, where were we about a half an hour later?
The bridge.
We were on the bridge of the ship going down the Caribbean at 20 knots. And we were right there where they were manning the ship. And they used like what do you play a game with on TV? Um, a stick, a
That's
joystick.
the joystick.
Yeah, I mean, you think they didn't have a big wheel. They were operating that whole ship with thousands of people on board,
It's like they
and
operate a plane.
it was great. It
Yeah.
really was great. And
That
we
was one of the best memorable times of my life. Of all the different things that I've done, being on the bridge of that cruise ship, Carnival cruise ship, and just how we were just standing around and talking how clean, immaculate it was, and being able to look out and see the ocean, the open ocean, and the view that they had to be able to see and navigating that ship, make sure everybody's safe. That was, oh man, and how we were just standing around, just laughing and talking, and of course they were taking us to the different stations, and the folks were, sitting down explaining, okay, here's what I do, here's what I do. Oh man, just access. And that's one of the things that is so beautiful is the access that we have, and with the folks that we interact with, even like yourself, Mary, the access that we have to understand neurodiversity, and
Well,
and then, hmm,
and you never know who you're going to meet.
right,
You never know who you're going to bump shoulders with. It's like going to Buffalo. I never thought in a million years I'd meet one of the guys that actually served with the Sullivan brothers and knew them personally to hear the story.
right,
know, and
wow,
that's the fun part. And we talk about fear and stuff, you know, it's like that video you sent me that we watch. It's about what you say, the truth you say to yourself in the mornings when you get up. Are you one of those that, oh God, it's Monday? Or is it just Monday? You know, shit
yeah,
happens.
a
Does it
great
happen to
day,
you or happen with you?
right,
That's where I always make the joke that, my life is a dollar short of $1 million country song. A lot of bad things happen within a day, but never bad enough that I can sell it to Nashville for $1 million.
I know, just giving yourself a chance to win.
Yes.
Give yourself a chance to win. I wouldn't say, yeah, I'm fearless. And the reason is I'm fearless because of whose I am, and remembering, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And when, like you're saying, when I have a mission, when I have a goal, and I understand that you gotta go through, you just gotta keep going. I just keep going. And what I have found is the fear, as we know, we've heard this before, Ron, of course, false evidence appearing real. That once you face your fears, you find out that there's no fear to face because
Mm-hmm.
it moves. It always shifts. It gets out of your way. It's just there to bluff you
Well,
into,
Rick,
huh?
one of the things that excites me, and since really the day that we met, and when Joel first said that I should call you, and Lynn and I should get to know you and Brenda, and that was a little bit outside our norm, but we did it, and we've been really grateful that we made that call, and it changed our life in the course. I mean, for years, we had been getting brochures from Viking River Cruise in Europe. And I was like, when I met Linda, I promised her the moon like many guys do. And the only thing she got for the first 10 years we were married was moon pies. And then we met you, And within a very short period of time, we were able to go on a Viking River cruise to Europe. And that was a thrill because it was a promise that I'd made to her that we would do. So I was a man of my word. And that's one of the things that I'd like to say that I can hang my hat on, that we've done that. But you know what's really great about the whole thing? Since we were able to join the Go Get team, there's an environment. It's like a greenhouse where, when we met Glenda and Chantel, who live on the other side of the country, become best friends. And we love to travel together. I know now, like we've gone places, and whenever we were one time down, I think we were in uh, Dominican Republic, and we went to go to dinner, and there was a steakhouse on the beach. And we get down there, and you and Brenda are sitting there, and all of a sudden, Glenda and Chantel walked in, and so we had our steak dinner. And while we're eating, we're saying, well, after dinner tonight, we're supposed to go to a party, a beach party. And we found out it was so cool because the beach party was right outside the restaurant. So we went out the door. We went from one party to another party. But to be able to have that time together and enjoy and just flourish in the moment. But this environment of the people we met through um, uh, the whole operation and the team, and to be able to be part of development ourselves and our life and our lifestyle, and to be free, we're just grateful. It's wonderful to share this. And Jim, we're so glad you felt free to call today and be a part of this, and you're welcome anytime. And we have different themes on different days that we do the show. On Friday, we have Captain Len Kane, and he retired admiral, been nominated for 5 Nobel Peace Prizes, founded the Golden Rule Society, and we've gone on travel with him and his wife. We've been out to his home in San Diego, and to have, I don't know how many times in your life I've only had one rear admiral ever call me and wish me happy birthday.
It's awesome.
Let the butt crack it on.
Yeah, he lives in California. When it's 9 o'clock here, it's 6 o'clock there, a.m. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I know the over in the Dominican Republic when we went to that steakhouse and didn't realize that the beach party was right next to it, and walking out, and we were standing with another business associate, Jim Owens, who's also a Gideon. And so Ron, Jim, and I were standing, and we were just talking, and I couldn't hear anything we were saying because the music was kind of blasting.
dancing
They were walking around with the hors
in the
d'oeuvres.
moonlight.
Yeah, right. They were walking around with the hors d'oeuvres. We were just snatching them off their little tray. But that was fun. Those are memories. That's why we say travel creates memories. But what really impressed me about Jim and what you were saying, Mary, that Jim does are the battlefield and visiting the former battlefields, and the opportunity to actually walk the grounds, which is hallowed ground
Oh,
I
of
love
those
it.
battlefields. I mean, that's once in a lifetime. Well, Jim does it all the time, so of course for him it's all the time. But what is the feeling, Jim, that you get when you visit those battlefields?
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. That's good. That's good. Do you recreate it in your imagination?
I do, and it forces me to really, really research and get into not just the units that fought there, but some of the individual stories of the people that fought there. And I have stories from Gettysburg that would just blow your mind.
I mean, a lot of people that listen to the show don't know what you're saying and what you do. Just talk a little bit about what you do, and so folks will know.
I live halfway in between Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, and Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and Gettysburg is approximately 19 miles from my house. So I'm over there all the time. But there are places at Gettysburg that I have yet to put my foot, and I've been going over there since the mid '60s.
Wow.
And I used to uh, come home from school on Fridays. My dad would come home from work, and I say, "Dad, take me over to Gettysburg, drop me off, pick me up on Sunday." He'd go, "No." I go, "Okay," but um,
So how old were you? How
how
old
old was I?
when you first went to Gettysburg?
I was in fifth grade.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
As a matter of fact, in fifth grade, my dad actually helped me put up a diorama of the first, second, and third day battle scenes.
Oh,
Wow.
that was one of the largest battles that's ever been in our whole history.
That was the bloodiest battle of a 3 day history. I'll guarantee you that. We lost, uh, and what people don't understand is they were all Americans. Every
Wow.
single one of them. They were all Americans. Uh, they weren't invaders from another country or anything. These were all invaders. These were all Americans.
Brother against brother.
Family and family, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Jim, one of our suppliers that's affiliated with serves us is American River Cruises, and they actually have a couple tours that on their tour, you know, you can go on a cruise, American River Cruise, and they make stops at some battle sites on the Columbia or the uh,
Mississippi.
Mississippi, down the Missouri River. They go down and they one place they actually stop at a plantation house.
Yes.
And it's been totally restored, and you go there and you get all the historical tours and
I
things.
get those flyers.
Okay, well, you can become a American River Cruise specialist. I just got one yesterday in the mail. As a matter of fact, a brochure. Let's see, no, that one.
So Ron, how do you become an American Rivers Cruise specialist? Now, when you told me, that's when I went, you know what? I think I'll do that.
Well,
I am an American River Cruise specialist.
one of our
Certified.
suppliers supports our whole business. It doesn't cost us a dime. It's called Travel Agent University, and they have representative to those educational companies, educational opportunities, webinars that they provide for free, and you get to go online at your convenience. And you go through them. You can sign up and register, and then go on. You can do it in the middle of the night. You can do it anytime. And I know American River Cruise, when I did it, had 6 webinars. And when you went to them, and then they'd have a question and answer, and it was ABC, choice answers.
Mhm.
But if you pass the course, you got a certificate that you are now a certified travel agent for them. And they send you, I don't know, every week I get a brochure, a little like Viking. I get a brochure and I get letters. I'm constantly getting $1,000 checks to go on there, encourage me to go on their ship.
And we've had clients.
And we've had clients. We've actually booked clients on it. In fact, we have friends who, he's my barber, and him and his wife, they were from the '60s was their background, and they love rock and roll. And he's a car collector, classic car collector, and they went on the American River Cruise on the Mississippi, and they flew into Nashville, and because they used the package they chose, they got to stay in Nashville an extra day. And they went on a tour of Graceland, and they went to Elvis's recording studio, and they did all this great stuff. then they took the cruise, and they went from there, Nashville to New Orleans, and every day they had a suite. Now it wasn't just a room; it was a suite
Mm-hmm.
with a balcony and everything, and foods. Everything's included in these cruises. And they went on that, and then they'd stop at the different venues. They had Louis Armstrong's band came on board the ship one night, provided entertainment. Another night they had the gals from the World War II singing girls. What do they call them? The boogie
The
woogie.
Andrews sisters.
Yeah, they came and sang, provided entertainment one evening for them on the show. It's like so. There's great things going on the whole time they were on that trip.
Yeah, they had Mark Twain.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Uh,
the history that they were
Yeah.
able to utilize this opportunity in
So how
many
about this one?
ways.
So the Civil War, talking about American cruise lines, and Jim, you can become a specialist in that. But how about this one? Civil War Battlefields Cruise in 2026. 36 days, 35 nights. May 5th through the June to June 9th. And so they're talking about day 1 through 8, the Vicksburg campaign.
mm-hmm.
Day 9 through 15, the Western Theater. So that's a cruise from Nashville, Tennessee, and on board they have the American Symphony. How about day 16 to 18, the Southern Battlefields? They're talking about the land package following General Sherman's march to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Day 19 through the 30th, the Union Advantage, a focus on naval power, a cruise from Amelia Island, Florida, to Norfolk, Virginia. And days 31 to 33, the Eastern Theater of the Civil War, a cruise from St. Michael's, Maryland, to Washington, D.C. And then days 34 to 36, guess where? The Battle of Gettysburg, the turning point for the North. 36-day Civil War battlefields cruise.
Wow.
Now, Jim, you would have done this, and as a tour operator without pay, except for lunch and dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
36 days. And now that you are coming into Surge 365 for business, now you immediately have access to everything Surge, everything Manatee. This now becomes official, and people are always looking for ways to monetize their passion. This monetizes your passion. What I love about it, you do tours anyway. So that's not something you've already overcome the fear of people in doing those tours. Because you enjoy being around them, you enjoy telling the stories, you enjoy learning about the stories. So this is not taking you necessarily out of your comfort zone. This allows you to monetize your passion.
Bandit
Wow, that's powerful. And
and
if
get paid.
and get paid. Not that you're looking for pay, but and get paid, and to write it all off. We always say talk to your tax professional, but this is a business. Now you become an independent contractor in something you was doing for free anyway. I mean, that just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. It just makes sense. But I'm looking at the advertisement on American River Cruise Line on their website where it talks about this, and they have a picture of the United States, and they've got all the battlefields listed and where they're touring, and then they have they have the Union Victory, and they have like a little legend that talks about the places for the Union Victory, and then they have the legend that talks about the Confederate victory, and then they have something that says inconclusive, the battles. I guess
Mm-hmm.
the Battle of Bull Run was inconclusive. But man, with a person like yourself that just loves this stuff, and there's a whole culture of people that love this, that are Civil War like live or die. And now being able to offer this officially. But would you be able to do this for 36 days?
I would.
Hey,
I don't know if my wife would.
Rick and Jim, I just got a new brochure yesterday. I hadn't opened it up from American Cruise Lines.
hmm
It says Cruise the Scenic Great Lakes. And this one, they're giving away free airfare to utilize it. And they've got the Great Lakes and Thousand Islands. And then
hmm
they got one that goes around Michigan, Lake Michigan. And this is a beautiful brochure and shows the American Patriot is one of the ships. And yeah, it's just, well, you get all this stuff when you take advantage of the programs we've got.
Wow. Jekyll Island. What happened on Jekyll Island? Aside from Millionaire's Village. But yeah, boy, I tell you, this is if you get a chance, go to AmericanCruiseLines.com and then just put in Civil War Battlefields Cruise
mm.
2026. Not that you would go, but it's just interesting, even just looking at the itinerary and how the itinerary alone and that map of the U.S. and all the markings for the battlefields, it makes you feel some kind of way. Wow, wow, powerful, powerful. So Jim, I'd just like to welcome you to Surge 365 Travmanity, and on the phone here we've got Ron and Linda, and
hmm
they are just amazing as travel agents or travel advisors in this business to be able to guide and direct you and to ask any questions of them because they know more than a lot of people that are in the business. How
hmm
did you guys learn so much so quickly besides just doing it, Ron and Linda?
Well, first of all, we have our podcast that we do show, and we have Travel Tuesday. So there's always something going on. More importantly, you have the Team Go Get, Rick, which is the teaching arm of
But
the
we
travel
take
team.
advantage of a lot of the free seminars. There's always different hotel chains in different countries give free information. One thing, if I talk to people, if they say they've gone someplace, I always say, "Tell me about it." I always learn new places and new things. Um, but a lot of what we've learned is from either brochures or these free seminars, webinars. So we don't have to travel. We can just listen in an hour, 45 minutes at a time, for these seminars.
And we've actually, when these webinars, different companies sponsor these webinars, and
They
we have
give
to go
away
on.
gifts.
They give away free gifts like $250 American Express gift cards. Linda learned something. This is what I love. She's very, she does, she makes cards and greeting cards and boxes, favors for weddings and parties and all. She just loves doing that. And she also got a company that makes books. And so we've got some of our trips. Linda has actually taken the pictures that were on her Nook, and we've actually converted them to, like, what's that company we get these from?
It's at the bottom. I can't remember.
I'm looking at, we did Ryan and Linda's Viking Rhine River cruise. Shutterfly. And so we have a picture, a book, all the pictures of our trip when we were in the castle, or when we were in Kinderdijk, where all the fun windmills are.
That's funny. I was going through my library the other day, and Linda, you sent me one of your books.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
said, "Hey, the victory!" I opened up the book, Ron and Linda. What? enshrined in time.
It's
Oh yeah, I have forgotten that you gave that to me, and I was just going through the books in my library, and I saw it. I said, "Hey, wait a minute!" I pulled that thing out, and I said, "Oh man, Ron and Linda, what? Oh, that's awesome! Wow!" But you guys actually set up cruises. This is like the what third or fourth cruise.
I think it's the fifth one that of group cruise.
And then
That's
Because
we
what I
did
mean.
we
You
book
set up
other
group
people. But yeah,
cruises.
I'm putting this one's going to Nassau. It's going to Amber Cove. We were in Amber Cove last year, um, and so there's and
go to Celebration Island.
Celebration Key, which is the carnival spent millions of dollars on putting this resort together. So we will be there. And then on ship, because it's their Excel class, there's like 6 different vistas, different neighborhoods, if you want, aboard this ship. And it's the Mardi Gras. So it's all Mardi Gras themed, the colors and um, the,
Will they have the girls? Yeah, I just got slapped.
How visual that question. What islands is it going to visit?
Nassau, Amber Cove, which is Dominican Republic, Celebration Key.
The folder's over there.
I know. I just am typing it
We're
out.
still. Linda's starting to create the brochure that we're going to
Okay,
put out
okay.
because we booked a group of. Now is I just want you to know as travel agents, there's an opportunity to go on the cruise, and of course we got a special deal, and you also can sponsor. You can bring other people onto the cruise and make some money, lower the cost you're going on the cruise, and then of course you collect points and you get travel credits, and I'm just more and more things about it. I'm just so excited. Lynn and I are now gold level, so we get some extra perks on board the ship.
You know, Brenda and I are platinum.
Yes, you are. Yes,
You should be. How many cruises?
36 or so.
Have you ever run into any hurricanes?
Oh no, the
We
ships
don't go in
they make
August,
sure, yeah,
September.
they protect their ships.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't go to the Caribbean in August or September because
Oh
that's
yeah,
when that's bad weather.
Yeah.
We go in May.
Okay.
oh yeah, they protect their ships big time. Yeah, that's one of the things I love about it because it is relatively safe.
Yes.
And when we went to Europe, we were on Viking River cruise. That with the history, the ancient, the history of all the countries, Germany,
Oh, yeah.
France, Switzerland, Amsterdam, and all the museums. And oh boy, it was just incredible.
I know we Brenda became a Commodore with Princess Cruises, and that's online training. It's free. And like Linda's saying, you take the webinars or you can take the courses and you complete the training based on what you want. And but she became a Commodore, and once she completed the training, they give you a free cruise for two anywhere they cruise because now they want you to experience the product. You learned about it, now experience it.
Hmm.
And so we were just kind of just looking online, and we saw a 15-day Western Europe cruise. Now, usually the longer cruises are gone because everybody's I want the longer cruise. If I'm going to be doing this, and but we saw it, and it was like book it, Dano, and so Brenda booked it, and so 15 days leaving out of Fort Lauderdale. This was a transatlantic crossing.
Wow.
What we didn't know that it was a ship repositioning, so they weren't coming back. We didn't know that when we booked.
Oh,
We were just caught up in the excitement of booking it. And so we booked it, but leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, Azores, Portugal, Spain, Paris, London, and then Stonehenge. And so when we arrived in Southampton and London, we took a bus, got on a bus, and went up to Stonehenge. And we're like, but when we booked, it was like, okay, we got it booked. Oh yeah, we're going. And then we're looking at the itinerary, and it's like, you know what? This doesn't come back.
oh.
We're stuck.
So you're
but
calling from Europe right now because you never came back.
but we're free,
True.
and there's something about being free where you don't panic because now it's like, okay, how can we continue this adventure? And so we said, okay, well, Stonehenge. What's the American base in London?
Oh,
Yeah. So we said, okay, why don't we stay there? I forget the name of the base. And Joint Base, London, American. But anyhow, we said, okay. So after Stonehenge, we went to the airport in London, and we said, let's catch a bus. We found out that there was a bus going to the base where they, when soldiers come in to London to the airport there, they can get on this bus and it takes them to the base. We got on that bus and we rode that bus to the base and we got into we stayed. Actually, they gave us a general officer's suite
Oh,
and on base. And so we used that as our base to go back into London and to just a tour and go to Wilmington. I mean, to all over England. We used that as a base. So we stayed another week. And then we
cool.
said, okay,
I
from
couldn't
this
find you.
from this base, let's catch a military flight going over to Frankfurt in Germany to continue another couple of weeks or so. And we couldn't catch a military flight. They had something official going on, and da 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 da. So we caught a civilian flight, a commercial flight, and went in through Belgium to fly up to Frankfurt.
Chocolates.
And so we had a layover in Belgium, and like Ron and Linda, they had this like mall at the airport. It was like a mall, all these stores and da da da. And of course, we know Belgium chocolate. And so we went into the store that sold Belgium chocolates and every different kind of flavor you could think of. And I bought them all. And so, but we flew into Germany, Frankfurt, and then we said, let's ride. And you guys will appreciate this military. Let's take a train down to Ramstein. And Ramstein's about an hour and a half south of Frankfurt. And so we got on a train and went down to Ramstein, and we stayed another week. And you know how they have all the different going to the tickets office at Ramstein. They have all the different tours. We found one tour, Castles of the Rhine,
Ah,
river
Uh,
cruise, where you cruise the Rhine, you see all the castles,
yeah.
and then they have a place where you actually stop and visit the castle and tour the castle itself. And so we spent another week. And so in all, it turned out to be about like 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yes.
But we got stuck and we just added another adventure because we're in travel. We're in travel. This is what we get paid to do. And but we had such a great time. I mean, it was such a beautiful time. And of course, like Ron and Linda, when they went over to Europe and did the Viking River cruise because they're in the business, what did you find when you got back home, Ron?
a check for $800.
They got a check.
Got paid to go on our own
Got a commission
vacation.
check on our own cruise.
They got a commission check on their own cruise. Wow. And so it's a way that we monetize our passion. And what's interesting and cool is that you can carve this out however you want because it touches every aspect of the travel industry based on whatever your passion is. That's why I was just saying with the battlefields, man, that is so cool because you do it anyway. You could just stay in Gettysburg and just right now, do you just stay in Gettysburg and invite people in or what, Jim?
It's usually just friends and family.
I mean, you could actually start inviting people if you wanted to come to Gettysburg. You've been doing it since fifth grade,
True.
so you know it. But one of these days I'm gonna come out there.
Yes. Please come on out.
'Cause I wanna just be on the hallowed ground, and you can just show me where they lined up. and some of the stories as you mentioned. If you could just say one story, I guess we're coming up here, but one story of from the battlefield.
Okay, it's General Reynolds. He was the highest ranking general on the field, Union side, and but a lot of people don't realize. Okay, everybody thinks, oh, he's a general, so he's giving commands and all this, and that, and the other thing. He's out leading his troops against the Confederates at what they call Reynolds Woods, and you can't lead from behind, and everybody knows that. But a uh, Confederate sniper shot him, killed him, and they took his. He was I think from York, and they took his body back to York, and his family was giving him, you know, uh, he was a Protestant, but a lot of people don't realize that even though he was single, he was in love, and whenever his fiance showed up at the funeral, she was Catholic, and back then Protestants and Catholics didn't mix, and his father turned to her and looked at her and said, "Come here," and he gave her a big hug, and he said, "We are sorry," and she said, "I am sorry about this too." And she went uh, after the funeral and everything. She went down the Emmitsburg Road to Mount St. Mary's, which is a Catholic college, and became a nun.
Wow.
And she went to Europe, became a nanny, got tired of that, came back, and got something happened that she got out of being Catholic. She gave up the nun and she moved to New York, and nobody knows what happened to her after that.
Wow. So you saw the horse statue that they erected for General Reynolds at Gettysburg.
Oh yeah, General Reynolds is the only one that has actually three memorials on Gettysburg.
So you said he got out front because you can't lead from behind and was killed by a
Exactly.
sniper.
Yep.
Wow, man. See stories like that. Oh my gosh, they capture time. They capture time and space. That is just
Mhm.
amazing. Wow, wow. One of these days you'll write a book.
Working
Everybody
on it.
tells me that.
That's the thing. You don't let passions go to waste. Passions are a product of the spirit, and the spirit never dies, but lives.
We have
And
the new
huh?
we have the new business venture for Rick Reese. He's gonna be a publisher.
As humans, by the way, my book is coming back due today from the publisher, the workbook, and then I've got the actual textbook. Jim, I wrote a book called I told you, Calling Based Leadership, and
Hmm.
it should be coming back today. The workbook version, or the workbook complement, and the actual textbook should be coming back sometime this week. And so, yeah, going through that process. What I'm actually doing now is I'm creating a facilitator's guide,
Hmm.
and I'll be putting together a certification program. So this is Calling Based Leadership Institute. I'm actually creating an institute. that teaches and trains
Hmm.
at the corporate level, at the college, collegiate level, and everything in between there, up and down. Because
Yeah.
everybody needs to know that they're called to something.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of times they get so surprised when they find themselves in the middle, but realize that, yes, I was called into the situation, but what I didn't know is the reason why I was called here because I have been uniquely prepared all my life for this moment. And I'm not afraid because I've been prepared for it. Isn't that something?
Hmm. Yeah,
So
Mary and I were talking about that yesterday, trying to get people out of their mediocrity. And
Mm.
it's Mary, you could send them the website if you want.
I'm pulling it up right now. I'll throw it
Oh,
in the
okay.
How
chat.
to pull people out of their mediocrity. What?
Yeah, I'm
have a
writing.
dream, have a dream, have a dream.
It's true.
I am writing a book called Unstoppable.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And the one thing that kept me unstoppable was I go by what Einstein said. There's nothing special about me. I'm just passionately curious.
I
I
can tell
always
you
look
this.
around the corner to see what's coming or
I
what's
can tell you this, or what
ahead.
Einstein
Great
said
places, Jim.
about you and me is that your imagination is a preview of life's coming attractions.
Amen.
And knowing that you already have seen your future because you are creating your future, and that's very important. And I can tell you this, Jim, and this is what a lot of people don't realize. When I shared the opportunity to Ron and Linda, the reason they were in Europe and I didn't even know where they went is because they already came in with a vision. And the business is just a tool as a multiplier, to get them to their vision as a tool that they can use. Same thing with yourself. The business is going to be just a tool. You already have a vision. Wow, and a powerful one at that. Oh my gosh. See, those are the people that we're looking for. New folks who are listening to this radio show. If you have a vision, the business is a tool as a multiplier. We say a
Right.
force multiplier to your vision.
Mhm.
So don't hesitate. Contact us. Back to you, Ron.
Well, as we are coming to an end of the show today, as we broadcast, I just want to thanks. Glad you could make it today, Jim. You just see, we really have an open forum, and sometimes we talk about very specific products or
Yep.
programs. But in general, every Tuesday it's Travel Tuesday, and you're always welcome to come, and you're welcome to bring other people, invite other people to the show, and we just look forward as we're going to go. We're starting a new journey together, a new adventure, and we're looking forward to it. And we wish you all the success in the world. There'll be some great things, and there's a pattern, there's a process to be able to follow. It's not it's not arbitrary. It's designed, and
Hmm.
it's designed for success, for you to win. And so, welcome and thank you.
Thank you. Be,
Welcome.
be, before everybody leaves or it ends, can I just read one thing that I wrote?
Please.
Uh, I wrote it because some of my friends were injured in Iraq during Gulf War and everything, and I go to the VA every now and then, but I like to write in my journal. So what I wrote was I'm writing to motivate my fellow warriors who are recovering from their injuries as best they can to never give up. Your alive day isn't the day you almost died. It's the day you chose to live.
It's
Amen.
good. Wow. That's an awesome quote.
Mm-hmm.
That should be posted somewhere.
That's awesome.
That should be posted.
You should throw it
Thanks for
on
sharing that,
Facebook
Chris.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because people need to hear that. We
Yes,
Send
know
it
yeah.
to me, and I'll create a cool background for it.
Yeah. You're
All
good at that,
right.
Mary.
she is. She's the best.
She is. Yeah. Did you get a chance to take a look at the podcast that she came up with for spiritual armor?
The link is in the chat.
No, the other one, the one we did yesterday.
Oh no, not yet.
Yeah, let them see that one. I love that.
I'll email you a link.
Really?
Definitely.
And before we go, we have a huge accomplishment from the show.
We
Ron
do.
and Linda have been married 52 years last
Oh
month.
my gosh.
Woo,
Oh
woo, woo,
yeah.
woo, 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 woo.
How did
Yes.
you do it?
I'm not old enough to be married this long, really.
Oh,
That's
She's a
right. He took
saint.
you from the cradle there, Linda. I know he did.
right, right.
She's a
Well,
saint.
yes, but young.
She's always got her hand ready.
Oh
Ron
yeah.
rocked the cradle.
Wow.
Ready? I'm always ready.
Congratulations.
Yes, yes.
Woo, 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 woo.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. You have a great day. God bless you all.
God
God
bless.
bless you.
Thanks. We'll see
Bye
ya.
now.
You too.
Bye bye.
And join us tomorrow at noon Eastern time for fad-free
Mm-hmm.
foods with Beth. And it's
Yes.
all about how to live healthy realistically. It's not about the
Yes.
fad diets. It's about how just to eat things that make you healthier without having to restrict everything. It's the facts about nutrients. It's the facts about supplements. It's the facts about fad dieting. It's all the things in between.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And if you
Good
got
show.
kids that listen to the show, it bites you in the butt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome.
So
Well,
hey, Kurt, what are we talking about on Thursday?
we're going to talk about a very interesting topic, and I'm glad that I forgot your name, sir, from Gettysburg. But we're going to be talking about the revolution and how God played his hands in it. Because I'm reading a book of Washington and the stories of how God put his hands on the revolution, on George Washington himself, is amazing. So we're going to do a show on that.
Yeah, that was
Um,
at Valley Forge.
huh?
That was at Valley Forge whenever you
No,
did that.
actually, no. It was the Battle of New York when
Okay.
he was escaping Long Island. He went to New York, and he had his back against the East River. And what happened was a dense fog automatically appeared to allow his troops to escape the British. And after the last soldier came over, the fog disappeared.
That's
So
right. I remember seeing a documentary on that.
yeah,
Yep.
it's
My
amazing.
mistake.
No, Valley Forge was the turning point of the revolution because George Washington was just about to give up,
Hmm.
and it was a turning point where the American soldiers were well trained then, and they Congress finally got off their butts and funded the revolution, and it was basically the turning point of that. Have you noticed the battles after Valley Forge? We were winning, not all of them, but we were winning the major ones.
Hmm. That's awesome.
So
I'll send you an invite, Jim.
we're going to be talking about that. So and talking about comfort zones. I'm getting out of my comfort zone, and I'm writing a book about spreading hope in America.
There you go.
So, but anyway, I'll let you guys go, and I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. For a personal note, Sarah, my mother-in-law, is in the hospital. She is recovering from mild heart attack. I'm going to go see her today. So just
How's
keep
she
her in
doing?
prayers. She's stable. She's stable now. Um, so
All right.
so, but she's doing good. They have her all sorts of medications right now. So,
Tell her where she's in our prayers, and I gotta
I
go do
will.
a bunch of research because I don't know a whole heck of a lot about this.
All right. Okay, girl. I'll talk to you later.
You
Okay.
know, the cool thing is if you actually read the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, there is
Yes.
nothing in our Constitution or Bill of Rights that states separation of church and state.
I don't think it was. No, no, no. Because they wanted to found this on God's word.
They wanted to protect the nation so that we couldn't pick a church and be ran by the church like it was in England. That was it. But there is
Yeah.
nothing that says separation of church and state.
I wonder where that came into play. Do you know? Because
Um,
that's interesting information. I'll
I'll
look
look it
into
up
that.
and let you know on Thursday.
Sure, I'll look it up too. Sounds great. Sounds like a very interesting show,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's invited. It's Thursday at noon. So
Noon
okay,
Eastern.
noon Eastern. Guys, take care. I gotta go. It's nice
Adios.
to talk to you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
So have a good day. Have a good night. We'll see you back here tomorrow at noon Eastern. Bye for now.
Bye bye.